Hi everyone, welcome back for another Beyblade Burst Turbo Slinshock unboxing, and today we are opening up an Excalius X4. I've been trying to get hold of all these metal incorporated turbo and switch strike bays that are out there. I think this might be the last one, not 100% sure on that, so if you're at all familiar with my uploads, feel free to comment and let me know what I may have missed, and if it's more than one. So before I go any further, I want to give a quick shout out to Ender Gamer, who comments on quite a few of my videos, always positive comments, and by sheer coincidence has just finished an upload on one of these himself on his channel. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description if you would like to go check it out. He's only got a couple of uploads and 6 subscribers at the moment, but we've all got to start somewhere, so go see what he's got and show him some love. Alright, well, back to our product at hand, and we'll go to our listed contents on the back here to start with. So we've got our energy layer, which is a right spinning energy layer. Then our forge disc, which is 1 dash, I believe, yeah, 1 dash, sorry. And then our performance tip, which is Hasbro's turbo version of sword. And then I've got some stats to go through. So 11 to attack, so right off the end of the scale with that one. 5 to burst, so average on its burst rate. 0 to defense, so very offensive style bay. And then 7 to weight, so that's up there as well, probably due to that bit of metal incorporated into that layer. And then we've got 3 to agility and 0 to stamina, so it's saying we don't get much lastability out of this, but those stats aren't always 100% accurate to the way the bay performs in real life. And then we've got a small scale below it on the driver itself, so it's got 3 to power and 3 to speed. Right, and so even on either side of that scale. Okay, we'll get him opened up now and have a closer look at everything. We'll discuss the differences between the Hasbro one and the Takiratomi as well. Oh, that's the unboxing side of things over with, and let's start things off with our layer. And here it is, our metal incorporated energy layer of Excalius X4, and it looks really nice actually. I'm a bit of a fan of Excalius, but I will quickly say that I never got around to getting the Takiratomi version of him, so I don't have that to compare it to, but as I said before, we will discuss the differences between them. So with the TT1, this entire sword would have been made out of metal. But as you can see on our Hasbro one, only the front section has metal incorporated into it. That's not going to make too much of a difference to our performance. It'll just lighten that layer a bit. And the other small difference is this X would normally have a blue sticker that covers it in, but yeah, we don't get that on with Hasbro. And they've just left it. And then the other thing with this layer is it does come with a gimmick. So our sword here at the moment is locked into place, so unable to move, but if you go to the handle, I suppose you'll call it, section of the sword and push that down, which it just goes inside itself, that sword is now free to move forward a little bit and activating what they call in the series a buster mode, so increasing its attack by having that section sticking out a lot more, and then just to get it back into place, you move it all the way back on the handle, and you flip your layer over, and there'll just be this strip here that you can push back in, lifting that handle back up and locking it all into place. So yeah, I'm going to be keen to check that out. It is a manual thing that you'll have to do if you want that mode to activate. But yeah, I say I'll probably be using that buster mode more than keeping it as is. Alright, well let's move on to our forge disc. Alright, so for that we have the 1- forge disc, and this was basically created for Excalius, just like its previous version, who had one with it, and it was an exclusive release with him. It has these little sword sections on it which stick out that small amount, giving the disc a bit of attack power. And with the Takira Tomy one, you were able to purchase a frame that would go with it. I've actually got one of those frames here. It came off my Prime Apocalypse, and it's the dagger frame, and this is what it would have looked like. I'll just lock that on there. Would have looked like in the anime once that frame was added to it, and as you can see, it increases that attack power of the disc even more so, and especially when combined with the layer with that buster mode activated, yeah, it gives it quite a formidable strike. So that's it for our forged disc. I recommend picking one of these up if you can. They were pretty expensive to get hold of at the time of the bays release, but now they come with quite a few other bays out there with Takira Tomy. And let's have a look at that driver. Here's our performance tip, and as I mentioned when reading out the back of the packaging, is that the Hasbro or Turbo version of the sword driver, and I do own a TT one, so we can do a bit of a comparison between the two. So the TT one does have metal in it, these little sections that stick out here which look like little swords themselves are made out of metal, as well as the tip of the driver, and other than that they look very similar. Another difference being, even though the tips are the exact same height, this outer section is raised quite a bit more, and that's obviously for the mode change on this Hasbro driver, that Slinshock mode, and I'll just demonstrate how to activate that. And it's just there's a little tab here which you can flick over, and that drops that tip down, flattening that surface right out and giving us that Slinshock mode, and sends him around the stadium so quickly. Okay, well that is it for the individual pieces. We'll put him together. Also, I missed out on showing you that QR code, so we'll do that real quick, and then we'll put him together and have a feel of just how strong those slopes are. Right, here's that QR code, and I'll just leave it there for the moment. give you a chance to grab that if you don't have it already. Alright, let's piece him together. Get that driver on, and here we are, and turning, and that is nice and strong. Good bit of resistance there, trying to get it to come off. Another pretty strong bay there from Hasbro. Awesome. Okay, well there we have it. For the final thing, we'll just pull out that stadium and we'll do a test fire and see how he goes. Alright, stadium out. Our bays on the launcher. I'll start off with the tip extended before we drop down into that Slinshock mode. And 3, 2, 1, let's rip. There he goes. And still quite a bit of movement, even though this is considered the stamina mode of the driver because of the way that tip is designed. And it's actually lasting for alright amount of time. And then getting to that mill section, we get hung up a little bit on it, so it'll slow us down quite a bit. Okay, well, not bad. Oh, I picked him up just before he stopped, and we'll drop that tip in. So drop that tip in, and we'll even free up that sword for at buster mode. Why not? Alright, here we go again. There goes. Quite a lot more movement. That is quite violent. Wow. But it still has an alright amount of lastability. We're slowly coming back in towards the center, so not the hugest amount of stamina because it has slowed down quite a bit, but it's probably enough to get the job done before he runs out of steam. There he goes. Okay, well that is it from me. I hope you liked the video, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.